So today we're going to tackle a $1 billion headache. And that's not a metaphor.
No, not at all. It's the literal $1 billion the construction industry loses every single year to equipment theft.
We're diving into the complete guide, how GPS tracking reduces equipment theft. And the mission is pretty simple. How do you stop that money from literally walking off your job site?
It's a staggering figure. And for the fleet managers listening, you know it's not just a number on a spreadsheet. It's personal.
Oh, absolutely. It's that put in your stomach on a Monday morning. You pull up, the gate chain is cut, you see fresh tracks, and your skid steer is just gone.
That is the nightmare scenario. And when you actually dig into the data, the sticker price of that machine, that's the least of your worries.
Right.
The average theft costs over $30,000. But the real killers are, the project delays, the insurance deductibles. You're losing days, maybe weeks.
And your crew is just standing around on the clock.
Exactly. And the source points out that traditional security fences, cameras, it's basically failing. The stats show only about 25% of stolen equipment ever gets recovered.
A 1 in 4 shot. That's it.
Terrible odds if you're trying to run a profitable business.
But the guide argues we can flip those odds. It talks about moving from passive security to active monitoring. Now, I have to play skeptic here. Active sounds like someone has to be watching a screen all day.
That's the key difference. You aren't watching the map. The system is watching the asset for you.
Okay.
Responsible Fleet's approach uses something called geofencing. Think of it like an invisible tripwire you draw around your job site.
A digital perimeter.
A digital perimeter, exactly.
Right.
So if a generator crosses that line at 2 in the morning, the system wakes you up, you get an instant alert.
So you know what's happening before the thief is even down the block.
Precisely. It turns a where did it go problem into a it's moving right now call to the police. And these things update location every 30 seconds.
And I imagine there's a psychological part to it too.
Oh, for sure. Professional thieves look for the tracker decals. If they see a machine is tagged, they just move on. They want an easier target.
Okay, but let's say the worst happens. They take it anyway. This is where the numbers in the report really, really surprised me.
The recovery stats are just night and day. We said 25% recovery was the baseline, right?
Right, the 1 in 4 shot.
With GPS tracking, that number jumps to 85%.
85%. That's a huge difference.
And it's fast. Instead of weeks, you're looking at recovery times of just 24 to 48 hours. Because you can give law enforcement the exact coordinates.
Usually, though, when we talk high-tech solutions, the price tag just explodes. Is this going to blow the budget for a smaller operation?
You'd think so, but the ROI analysis is, well, it's fascinating. Responsible Fleet is around $20 a month per asset.
Okay.
Now, compare that to the big enterprise names like Samsara or Verizon Connect. The guide says they're often charging $35, even $60 a month.
So you're paying a pretty steep premium just for the brand name.
Pretty much. And when you run the math, if you spend, say, $240 a year to protect a $30,000 asset and you stop one theft, that's a 12,500% return on investment.
Wow.
It pays for itself for the next century. And that's before you even talk about insurance premiums dropping, sometimes by 20 or 30%.
The math definitely checks out. But what about the environment? I mean, construction sites are mud, rain, heavy vibration. Doesn't this kind of gear just break?
And that's the advantage of going with a provider that's actually focused on construction. The hardware is ruggedized for exactly those conditions. They even have battery-powered options for things like trailers or generators that don't have their own power source.
And it all feeds into one system.
One dashboard. Your asset tracking, your smart cameras, even your ELD compliance for driver hours. It's all in one place. No juggling 5 different logins.
So if we put this all together, what's the big takeaway for a fleet manager who's listening right now?
I'd say it's the GPS isn't just a dot on a map anymore. It's operational continuity. If you're still relying on just a padlock and a prayer, you're leaving your business exposed to a massive, frankly, unnecessary risk.
And if you want to lock down your assets, the guide suggests reaching out to Responsible Fleet GPS. The email is sales@responsiblefleet.com.
And I'll leave you with this last thought. If you knew you could get 85% of your stolen assets back within 48 hours, how much more aggressively could you bid on those high-risk remote jobs?
Suddenly, you're not bidding based on fear, you're bidding based on data. Thanks for listening, everyone.